All right, I am back. Farts. I just finished. I just dropped off the delivery. Seriously, that was so easy. The thing I love about this job is that, like, you have to deal with people, and I'm always going to a different location, like, every time. So it has variety. I get to do whatever I want when I want. It's like, if I feel like working today, okay, let's make some money. If I don't, hey, you know what? I don't feel like working today. You know, you can literally make your whole entire schedule, and you can start and stop whenever you want. It's a pretty it's awesome. And it's such quick money. Literally, as I was talking, I just made $8. And I was only driving like a few miles. But yeah, like $8 in like, what, 5-10 minutes? That is actually pretty good. Like 10 minutes, I made $8. I mean, keep in mind, like, if it was consistent per hour, I mean, that's actually a lot of money. Whee! Okay, how do I even get out of here? This is my area, for fuck's sake. How do I not know where I am? Oh, I need gas. No, I'm not talking about the gas that you're probably thinking of. I need gas that'll make my car run. I'm not gonna be stranded. The stupid low fuel gauge is gonna turn on any minute. Yeah, this is a pretty good gig. And to finish what I was talking about in the previous video about renewable energy, clean green energy, basically the top common ways that we can produce clean energy that's not going to kill the earth quicker is to, number one, solar panels. Obviously, been using those forever. Wind turbines, again, been using those forever. And using friction and velocity to generate energy as well. And what I was talking about with this is how do you generate energy through velocity? Well, basically with electric cars, they utilize velocity and friction to generate electricity. In the form of engine braking with electric cars, you don't even have to use your brakes. That's the thing that's so awesome about electric cars. You don't even ever have to use your brakes. So that's one less thing that you're never gonna have to replace on an electric car. That's why I love electric cars so much. There's literally no maintenance involved. The only things that you might have to replace every couple of years is your tires, maybe your brakes, depending on how much, you know, you use your brakes. When I was driving electric cars, I've driven like 2 or 3 electric cars, I literally never used the brakes at all. I just pretended that there was just an accelerator pedal and there was no brake pedal, because basically like 80% of the braking on an electric car is engine braking, and it regenerates battery. Why would you want to use your real brakes and wear those out when you could get more battery and just use the engine braking? Every time you take your foot off the accelerator pedal, it automatically brakes. It slows down really quickly, especially if there's different settings. You can make the regenerative braking a lot more aggressive. So obviously every time I was driving one of those electric cars, I had the regenerative braking at the highest setting. So basically it felt kind of like I was driving a golf cart in a way, or like one of those things where every time you take your foot off the pedal, it feels like it's braking on its own. Like you don't even have to brake because the engine braking does all the braking for you. That's what it felt like. It was like really strong. So I was going from 50 miles an hour. I took my foot off the brake and it went down to like 10 miles an hour in like 2 or 3 seconds. It was literally as strong as just using regular brakes. The only rare occasions where I used the real brakes is if like I had to stop really quickly for whatever reason, like if someone cut me off, or you know, something was in front of me and I just had to stop really fast. Those are really the only times that I've ever had to use the brakes. Otherwise, engine braking with these electric cars is like magic. It's amazing. And I love the sounds that it makes. It sounds like something from a Tron movie, or like a Marvel movie or something. It's so futuristic. Every time, like everything from accelerating to engine braking the noises that it makes are so futuristic. It's so orgasmic. I love it. Like, I really do want an electric car. I am not kidding. Like, that has always been one of the biggest things that I've wanted. But they're kind of pricey right now, even for used. Like, and my problem is, like, they're not expensive at all, but for me, I pay cash for pretty much everything. I hate financing stuff. I really do. So if I can't pay cash for it, then I'm not getting it. But, and that's the thing with electric cars. Like, they're definitely affordable. They're about the same price as most regular cars. But since they're still kind of new, they haven't exactly been around super long. Like, the oldest electric car that I could really get is like maybe a few years old, like maybe a 2014 Nissan Leaf, for example. And the cheapest I could find is like $8,000 to $9,000. That, I don't have that kind of cash. I really don't. The most I could really put towards a car is like maybe $2,500 to $3,000. So like $8,000 to $9,000. As much as I would love to pay that, I don't have that kind of money. But trust me, if I did, I would get it. And I really don't want to finance a stupid car. I'm still in the middle of trying to get rid of this stupid car loan after I went to the last dealership that fucked me over, because I wanted to get a used electric car from that dumb dealership, and all they cared about was making a sale. Like, anyone who's ever even heard of a car dealership before, they'll know what I'm talking about when I say that they are thieves. They're scumbags. All they care about is making a sale. They will suck your dick if it means making a sale. That is how brutal they are. They do not care. They don't care about the customer. They don't care about, satisfying the customer or whatever. Literally all they care about is, all right, what can we do to make a sale? They'll trick you into it. They'll rope you in. They'll try and get all your information, and then at that point they have you by the balls. They have you by the balls!